Cleopatra, the last pharaoh queen of Egypt, was born in 69 BC in Alexandria. She belonged to the Ptolemaic dynasty, an empire that had ruled Egypt for nearly 300 years. However, by her time, the final period was marked by intense political conspiracies, family conflicts, and growing external threats. Cleopatra faced these circumstances early in her life and witnessed the power struggles within her family from a young age. From childhood, Cleopatra was said to be remarkable for her intelligence, decision-making, and commanding presence. She was fluent in Greek, Egyptian, Aramaic, Latin, and several other languages. She was not just a princess, but a leader with a complete political mind. While the Ptolemaic kingdom was weakening, Cleopatra was the one figure who wanted to restore the empire to its former strength. When her father, Ptolemy XII, died, Cleopatra was only 18 or 19 years old. Her brother was made her co-ruler, but in reality, a fierce conflict erupted between them for total control of the country. Court ministers and advisors plotted against Cleopatra, removed her from power, and forced her into exile in the desert. But Cleopatra did not lose courage. She knew that if she wanted to save Egypt, she had to reclaim power. It was during this time that the power of Rome was dominating the world, and Rome's strongest ruler, Julius Caesar, entered Egypt. Cleopatra used a surprising strategy. She secretly entered the palace rolled up in a carpet, or a sack, to hide her identity and presented herself before Caesar. This was the moment that changed her life. Caesar was impressed by her intelligence, confidence, and charisma, and he decided to support her. Cleopatra became Queen of Egypt once again. But she used this power not just to rule, but to rebuild Egypt. She strengthened trade, improved the tax system, promoted agriculture, and breathed new life into academic institutions. Under her reign, the Library of Alexandria began to thrive again. Her relationship with Julius Caesar also caused a stir in Rome. They had a son together, named Caesarion. Caesar summoned Cleopatra to spend time with him in Rome, which generated significant anger among the Roman people. Yet, even in Rome, Cleopatra demonstrated excellent diplomacy and won many people to her side. When Julius Caesar was assassinated in 44 BC, Cleopatra's life was once again in danger. She decided to return to Egypt immediately. Her kingdom was now vulnerable again, as a new war had begun in Rome following Caesar's death. It was during this war that Cleopatra met Mark Antony, one of Rome's most powerful generals. A new alliance was formed between them, which was not only political but also romantic. Cleopatra provided Antony with financial, military, and political support, while he played a key role in strengthening her empire. However, their alliance was seen as a threat in Rome. Octavian, who would later become the first Roman emperor, Augustus, rose up against Cleopatra and Antony. War became inevitable. The naval battle of Actium is one of the most famous battles in history, where Cleopatra and Antony suffered a decisive defeat. After the defeat, Cleopatra returned to Alexandria. She realized that Rome would sooner or later seize Egypt. Mark Antony, broken by the defeat and grief, ultimately took his own life. In her final days, Cleopatra carried herself with the dignity of a ruler. She knew Rome wanted to capture her alive to parade her as a trophy of their power. But Cleopatra maintained her power until the very end. She chose the path that would be the final proof of her freedom. According to tradition, she allowed a venomous snake, an asp, to bite her, thus ending her life. Her death marked the end of the Ptolemaic Empire and the beginning of Roman rule over Egypt. Today, Cleopatra is not just a queen but a symbol of intelligence, a symbol of politics, a symbol of beauty, and one of the greatest examples of female power. Her name lives on centuries later in history, films, books, and documentaries. Her life is a journey that includes love, war, politics, and sacrifice. All of these elements combine to make her one of those rare historical figures whose story is never forgotten. Cleopatra teaches us that through intelligence, wisdom, and courage, a single person can change the map of the world. Her story remains a unique lesson in power, politics, and leadership for the world today.